When I said that, that reminded me of that of that boy said, "Who ain't got no lip?" You know that one? I don't know what made me think about that. Okay, so I am going to make a very small amount because I already have tubes and tubes of this stocked and ready to go for sale. Well, honestly, actually the nude is sold out, y'all, believe it or not. I've only been open like 2 weeks, but my new tubes have not come in yet. So I just really don't want to make a bunch of gloss right now until the new tubes come. Also, not going to be making a lot of glitter glosses. I've been requested several glosses without glitter, so I'm going to go ahead and be selling out the ones that I do have left that are in glitter, and then I will be focusing on the next collection that will be glitter free for those that like that as well. I use Preservative Cap 2. You should always use Preservative in your lip gloss bases. I don't have it here because I put mine already in my lip gloss or my Versagel bag. That way I don't have to remember to do it. I know I've already done it. I go ahead and I calculate the 1% that you're supposed to put in there based on the weight of my bag. And this is like a 3.5 pound bag. And so it was a lot of drops to put in there. So I went on ahead and did it so that it's already ready to go. And that way that's something that I don't forget or have to worry about messing with again. So that's just the FYI up front. The preservative has already been added to the gloss. I've also got this little handy thing I saw in another video, and I cannot think of the person's name that I got it from. I apologize, but I got it from Amazon. It's like a squeegee. And so, you know, it's hard to get this lip gloss out, you guys. So this is tip number 1 I'm giving for you guys, aside from making sure that you have a preservative in your glosses, because, you know, you don't want it to mold and all that good stuff. But instead of trying to struggle and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, I just got this little handy thing here. And as you can see, it's gonna get all of the gloss out for me. Trying to position this so y'all can see it. So look at that. And so when you first look at the bag, you probably like, oh, it ain't no gloss lip. Girl, that's like 50 more glosses. Literally, maybe more. So I need all of that. So I love this little thing. So it just makes it real easy to get all your gloss out. And so you see how it's all pushed up to the front now? Really handy. I think it was like $9. Honey, it's worth it. So I'm going in with a little gloss right here on the side. That's it. Like I said, I don't want to make that much at all. And by the way, this table has been sanitized, hands washed. I have a mask on. You see my gloves in the video. Just want to throw that disclaimer out there. I always do that before my videos. So if you ever catch a video where I didn't say I do it, sis, trust, it was done. I don't play those games. Like I said in a prior video, I am a registered nurse that works in the operating room. So sanitation is my thing. So you don't have to worry about that when it comes to my products. That's just the FYI. The next tip I want to give you guys is about parts when it comes to recipes. So when I was watching these videos, I was extremely confused because I did not understand what they meant by use 2 parts to 1 part to this part. Look, sis, I was like, where is the teaspoons, the cups, the measurements? Like, what, just tell me that. Like, what you mean? But when I started doing it, I really truly understood why they said that way. Because when it comes to cosmetics and your coloring, as long as you have your parts down, it doesn't necessarily matter if you're using a teaspoon versus 2 teaspoons. What matters is you understanding your parts. And so what that means is they say do 2 parts gloss to 1 part oil. So that means this measurement you see, I should only put about half this amount in oil. So that's 1 part to 2 parts. So that's the same when it comes to your coloring. So I know that I'm making a nude and I'm using actually a mauve and like a brown and also a white. So I know my parts. I know that 1 part is 2 parts to this part is 4 part, and then this part maybe 1 part. Sorry if that got confusing, but you get the gist. So if I'm using, just for example, if I use 3 drops of chocolate and I say I'm doing 2 parts of mauve, then that means I would only do 2 drops to the 3 drops of chocolate. And if I say I'm doing 1 part of the white, then I will only do 1 drop of the white. So I hope that makes sense. What I'm saying is you're basically just, the parts is just division. If you say you're doing 2 parts of whatever it is, that means you do 2 parts versus whatever the amount is. So that part will be doubled. I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, we can discuss it a little bit further in further videos, but I'm hoping you kind of get the gist of it. So I'm going to be using some castor oil. And I'm actually just gonna put it in a little cap just because I'm making such a little amount. I don't want to do too much. So that's my castor oil. I'm gonna do a little bit of almond oil and a little bit of coconut oil. So, as you can see, that's nowhere near the amount of gloss I have. And so I should be able to go ahead and stir it in pretty easily. And as you can see, I just was able to eye it. And that's what's so crazy. Even though I haven't been doing this for an extremely long time, I get why people don't really measure like that when they're doing this, because you kind of just get to iron it. It's just like cooking. When you cooking, you kind of know, okay, I need this much seasoning versus this much seasoning. You just kind of know. So this is too thick. So I can tell that I need just a little bit more. And since I didn't put that much coconut oil in, I'm gonna go ahead and pour me a little coconut oil in there. And the best thing to do when you're doing gloss is to don't go overboard with your oils. You don't want to have to keep adding gloss, because then you're going to make a bunch of gloss that you may not even want or need. So what you want to do is add less oil to begin with. That way you can always add more oil. But if you've already done too much, that means now you got to add more gloss. And I don't know about you, but we trying to save coins around here. So the gloss is more expensive. And so I would rather go ahead and just add more oil. That's just me. Another tip is when I was watching people make glosses, and this is just a tip for you if this is something that you decide to do, I literally picked 2, maybe 3 people top that I watch all their videos, because if you go and start watching everybody's videos, you're going to get confused because everybody does stuff differently. And when you're trying to learn how to do something, you can't be looking at everybody. You got to find you some people that you like. If you like their vibe, you like what they doing, then watch them, sis. Like, I'm just trying to give you some real pointers so that you can really be able to learn and really get your business going and cracking. I want to make sure that it's just a little more thicker, just because I like that to hold the pigments in. You still want to make sure it's thick enough for that. So that's why I'm just adding just a little. You see, I only added like a drop. I didn't want to do too much because it's like close to exactly where I want it. It's like super close, so I didn't want to add a lot. There we go. That's perfect. Perfect. And so you got to get that whipping hand together too, girl. You got to really be stirring. You can't be half doing. You got to stir, stir, stir. All right, so this is perfect, right? So I'm going in with my first pigment and I'm doing 4 drops. My next pigment, I'm going in with 2 drops. And then 1 drop of white. And so that's the color that I was going for. I am going to go in with 1 more drop of the mauve because I feel like it's a little browner than I wanted it to be. And 1 more drop of the white. Going in with a little bit of the bronze. my glitter. And she needs a little more glitter. And now my scent. And this is just to your discretion. And that's a vanilla scent that I'm going in with. Just gonna smell it, and that was definitely not enough. Don't smell anything. Okay, that's it right there. Now it's falling a little too easily for me, so I want to add a little more gloss. So this is where, again, we talk about just building up. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you add the oil for your flavoring, and also even just adding the color itself is going to make your gloss a little thinner, so you may have to add more gloss at that point, which is what you see me do. And now I'm just gonna add a little vitamin E. Now, that is a great consistency, you guys. It's not too runny, but it still comes off the spoon easily. And there you have it. That is our nude gloss. And I'm gonna do a swatch for you so you can see. And that is the nude. And look how pigmented it is, how it comes on. So cute and clear. Now we're gonna go ahead and fill, and here comes the next part of the video that I told you guys is gonna look different, so you're not alarmed and prepared. Okay, y'all, we are back, and it is like 5 days later. Y'all, I was on the struggle bus with these syringes and these pipettes. So the tubes that I have are slender. They carry a lot, but they're slender, so the hole is extremely small. So it was, y'all, when I say taking me through it, taking me through it. I have ordered so many different size pipettes, trying to get it to fix. So this is a final tip. Make sure that you know that the top of your tube has a nice size opening, because what you're gonna face is the pipettes may not fit. Then if you have to get smaller pipettes, that means it's going to flow slowly. So it's been difficult. I was able to do like 7 or 8 offline just to finally see if it works. And I already have 2 made here where I was kind of testing it. And I'm going to go ahead and try these 2 different methods to see which one flows easier, because I was just taking too long. And excuse me if you were buzzing in the background. Our puppy gets a like mobile spa, whatever comes and does his stuff for him. And so they cut him, bathe him, everything right in the little mobile van right in front of the house. And so I guess whatever they use is kind of loud, but this was just really my only time I had to go ahead and record this video. Your girl is busy launching this boutique, so I was like, hey, hopefully they just gonna rock with it. Y'all will be okay. So that is your final tip. So we're gonna go ahead. I've already sanitized the area again. I already had gloves and stuff on, but I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys before I glove up and mask back up, and then we'll get started and see how fast we can get these tubes filled up with these methods, y'all. Fingers crossed. I have 50 of those tubes. Tomorrow is actually my lunch day, although you guys won't see this video until after. So I'm really, really excited about that. So I'm glove up. We're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to get you guys out of here pretty quickly. I just want to show you me filling the tube, and then you guys won't have to watch through me going through all those other tubes. I will show you a final photo of all the tubes filled up when I'm done. And if you're still here, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment any questions you may have down below. We're going to keep it respectful, or we're going to mute and stay cute. That. Y'all, I'm so hoping that this works, because, y'all, for real, it really don't make no sense how long it took me to get those tubes done. I was like, who about to do some wholesale? Not me. If this how these tubes gonna fill up. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen how to fill a lip gloss tube, so I won't go into a whole lot of detail other than to make sure that you are aware to cut about a ½ inch on each side, attach it to the syringe, and then to tape around the syringe when you're done so that the gloss doesn't get everywhere. So like I said, I was already working on one, so I'm going to go ahead and finish with that one and just show you guys me filling the tubes. And then when I come back, I will have all the tubes filled, and I'm also going to show you guys Theo with his little cut. Okay? So I won't be keeping you too long. So bring over what I was working on right here. I already have a tube here. So I realized I didn't even show you guys me filling up the syringe. So we're going to back it on up and show you that part now. I will not be using, this is another tip. See, okay. Y'all, I'm bringing it to y'all, okay? I'm bringing it. So I will not be using glass bowls anymore for several reasons I realize now. And by the way, this is why we make a point to clean the syringes when we're done, because they make a mess. And like I said, this is the issue, is this tube is so skinny, but it's like, it's long, but it's skinny. And so I have already ordered new tubes. Y'all, I'm so excited about the new ones. I don't know what to do. The hole at the top is a lot bigger And it's also bigger tubes. It's going to be like 30% more of gloss, the volume. So I like that too. And I'll be still selling it for the same great price. I'm not going to, you know, up the price or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure that I could, you know, give the people a good little supply. Although this is a pretty decent size. I compared it to some others and it's average, but I wanted to offer a little bit bigger. And they're really cute tubes, and I hate that the hole is so small at the top. It's like so annoying. And I'm doing this in real time just to show y'all how long it was taking me to do this with this little tube. It's like ridiculous. Literally, look at that. Okay, so now you want to leave just a little space at the top because you have to put your stopper in. And then once you put the wand in, it's also going to rise. So you want to keep that in mind. There we go. So that's the first one here. So you guys already know that it's going to take your girl some time to get all of these done. That is exactly why I'm not going to hold you guys up. But when I tell you never again, look at my face. Oh, you know, let me make sure you can really see me. Never again.